Welcome to our science class. Students, we were doing your lesson number 2, adaptations and habitats, and we have completed the portion habitat and adaptations. In previous lecture, I have explained you that different organisms have different breathing organs. For example, we are having lungs, and the birds are also having lungs. Same way, reptilias, they also have lungs and they breathe through it. Then insects have small spiracles, fish have gills, and earthworm breathe through its skin. And we were doing this filling the blanks, and now it is the time that we can check whatever we have gained till now. So let us do our first fill up. Earthworm breathe through their, you can tell, skin. Grasshopper breathe through their spiracles. Fish use dash to breathe. Fish use gills to breathe. Then penguin has a dash to keep their warm. What penguin have? This is the homework for you. You have to find and tell me penguin have what that keep them warm. Now today let us move to our next topic, that is movement. Students, as you all know that plants show movement at one place. They stand at one place and they move there only. But animals move from one place to another. And can you tell why animals move from one place to another? Yes, I will tell you that animals do locomotion in search of food as well as water. The first requirement of any living being is oxygen. After oxygen, we required water, and after water, we required food, and after food, we required shelter. And we also move from one place to another in protection of our, if we want to get protected from seasons and from our enemies. Therefore, we move from one place to another. Okay. Now come to the topic that what is the movement in terrestrial animals. What are terrestrial animals? The animals which live on land, they are called terrestrial animals. And do you know that how they move? They move with the help of their forelimbs. What are forelimbs? For example, our hands. These two hands are called our forelimbs, and the back side, our legs, they are called hind limbs. When a small child uh, he start learning how to stand, then first of all he uses forelimbs as well as hind limbs for moving from one place to another. Same way, most of the terrestrial animals, they, such as camel, lion, tiger, dog, cat, elephant, all these use their forelimbs for movement. And only some are there, those who use their two limbs for movement. You can see that we usually use our two limbs. Okay, only we are using our legs. When a child know how to stand, how to move, then by and by a child start using its hind limbs, not its forelimb. So if we talk about monkey, you must have seen monkey swinging on the branch. It easily swing from one place to another with the help of its limbs as well as tail. Okay, as it was shown in your picture also on page number 32. Then there are some animals which move after jumping, like kangaroo and frog. How they move? They move their hind legs and jump. Okay. Now we have some animals that slide over the ground also, like snails. They glide over the a large single foot. Do you know that they are having their slimy and sticky body? They are having a fluid which is sticked on their body, which help them to glide. Okay, and like snake, what how snake move? Snake do not have any legs. It moves with the help of its scale, and it have a flexible backbone. What is flexible means? Flexible means which can be moved easily. And what is backbone? Backbone means our vertebrata, which make us stand erect, which help us to stand erect. So I think you understood that how the movement in terrestrial animals takes place. Now let us talk about aquatic animals. I have told you before also, aquatic animals are the animals which live in water. And how they move? They move with the help of their fins and tail. Okay? They have a fin and they move like a boat, while the tail help them to change the direction. And you must have seen ducks. They have webbed feet. Webbed means like a we can say like a jal. In Hindi we call it as jal. And frog also have webbed feet and have strong hind limbs which help them to swing. Okay, then we talk about crocodile. As you know that alligators and crocodile use their legs as paddles and their tails for swimming. Okay, then let us talk about squids, cuttlefish and octopus. Octopus means having 8 legs. Okay, they move through their jet propulsion. How? They take in water and push out with a force, which result them to move forward. Okay, and what about turtles? Turtles use their forelimbs as paddles. Okay, forelimbs, I think you have understood now. Forelimbs means the limbs which are in front. Front limbs are called forelimbs, and the back, like our legs. Our legs are known as hind limbs. Okay. Now we will discuss about movement in insects. How movement takes place in insects? We have normally the insect we have seen that it have 6 legs and they have wings which help them to fly, and they do not use their wings for flying. Some insects like bed bugs and ants, although they have wings, but although they travel, but they don't have wings. Okay, so insect who don't have wings, bed bugs and ants, they are don't have wings and they travel on the ground. Okay, so the insects such as grasshopper and cricketers, uh, they they are able to hop and leap. What leap? What do you mean by leap? Leap means jump. They jump with the help of their hind limbs and show movement. And there are some aquatic animals which or aquatic insects which act as a water boatman and swim in water, and with the help of their legs they use as a oars to push water. So I think the movement in insect is clear to you all. Now let us discuss the movement in birds. How birds move? We know that birds fly with the help of their wings, and they have feathers also. Feathers make them warm also and help them to fly also. These wings are very strong, having strong muscles which help them to fly. And there are some birds which are flightless, like penguin and kiwi. They are the birds which are called flightless birds, which move here to there with their feet. Now let us talk about movement in human. So human beings use their hind limbs. As I have told you, they won't use their forelimbs. Only a small child, when it start learning how to move, then only it will use its forelimbs. And when a person is mature enough, when a child is mature enough, then he use his hind limbs for moving, and it can stand straight, walk and run with the help of this hind limbs. And the forelimbs are used for holding another things by their hands and for doing various activities. So I think in this lecture you must have understood that how movements takes place in a animal, or in terrestrial animal, or in aquatic animal. So you have to give answer of one fill up, which I have given you as a homework. You have to search it from your this textbook and let me know. So till then, thank you, have a nice day.